Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to the Worthy Woman podcast with Aston Simmons. Today, we are diving into my favorite hack, one of my most requested and popular hacks that I've shared online. If you haven't checked it out on my Instagram, go and check it out, Aston_Simmons. I've done a reel about it, I talk about it, but I wanted to bring it to the podcast because one of the things that women and couples say to me again and again and again is the biggest challenge they're having in their relationship is communication. And I love to simplify communication and make it easier for you to get that communication flowing and having that deeper connection. You know, it's so important that we are communicating in our relationship. So today I'm going to share with you my famous hack, the 5-minute coffee check-in. This is a hack that me and my husband have been using for over 4 years now. Literally game changing. Every time we do these coffee check-ins, we instantly feel more connected. It is about so much more than coffee. I just need to make that really clear. It's about really being intentional and making time to connect, even if it is a 5-minute coffee check-in. Because these practices, these rituals, these routines, they compound and they stack. The more you do them, the deeper the connection gets, and the richer your conversation is. So it's really, really powerful. What reminded me of why I needed to share this with you on the podcast is recently we have just come back from a 3-week trip up north of Western Australia with my beautiful family and my husband. And we were using this coffee check-in almost every day. It literally saved us on this holiday. We were spending so much time together. My husband usually works full time, so, he's not spending that amount of time with the family all the time. So I knew some things were going to change, some feelings were going to come up, and some new challenges. So I said to him before we even left, I'm definitely going to make sure we make time and space for our 5-minute coffee check-ins. Even if it's, we were tenting and camping, even if it's in front of the tent, in the camp kitchen, whether, we need to take the kids to a playground so we can do it there. I want to make sure that we do it because I know that it would help. And I was right, and we definitely needed to do it. And we were both so glad that we did it. We literally did it the whole 3 weeks, and it meant that literally every week we just felt like we were more connected, we were more on the same page, and we were more clear about what everybody needed from that trip. So it's so powerful, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Also, a little PS, if you're not a coffee drinker, don't worry. It still works with tea or cacao or water or whatever you would like. The whole point is to just make it intentional and enjoyable. Okay, so I'm going to dive in with the 5 questions. So this 5-minute coffee hack is broken down into 5 questions that really fuel our conversations and our connection, because I do hear from couples a lot that they don't know how to start the conversation. They don't know what questions to ask, when, or what to say. So I make it really simple and easy for you. I'm going to go through every single step for you, so feel free to take notes, but if you are driving, don't worry, I've got you. If you go and follow me on Instagram, Aston_Simmons, and then just send me a DM with coffee check-in, I will send you the checklist. I will literally just send it straight to you so that you have a physical copy of it. Okay, so number 1, the first question we start with is, how are you feeling about yourself and about our relationship? So this question is just about opening the door. It's about allowing yourself and your partner to just express your thoughts and your feelings about yourself and the relationship as a whole. I have to just iterate here that the whole point of sharing how you're both feeling is to listen and validate what each other are feeling. So you literally share for a minute or less. The goal is just to listen and validate. That is it. Do not try and fix. Do not try and come up with a solution at the first step. Don't worry, we will get to the solution at the end and we will make an action plan. But the first step is just learning to hold a space. so many people do not know how to do this and do not know how to do it in relationships. And it's vital that you learn how to hold a space for any relationship, but definitely for your intimate relationship with your partner, where they can express how they're feeling and you can just listen and be okay with whatever they share and not take it personally. Just see it as them literally just clearing their mind, just doing a bit of a brain dump or a feeling dump and just getting it out there. It's not your responsibility to fix it or do anything with it. It is all you need to do is just hold that space, listen, so actively listen, but do not take it on board as your responsibility, and just validate how they're feeling. That is it. Literally 90% of the population feels misunderstood. And that's because as a society, we have lost the art of listening and validating how somebody feels. For some really strange reason, we think validating how someone else feels dismisses how we feel. And that's simply not true. In the mind, that might be true, but in the heart is able to coexist with both experiences. And whatever you're feeling and your partner's feeling is able to exist at the same time. They both matter and they both require validation. It's that simple. So that first step is really, really important. Once you've been able to share how you're both feeling, the second step and the second question is to focus on what you're loving about the relationship, what you love about your partner, or what is working in your life and relationship right now. Now, this is really important because what I see so often with couples and clients that I work with is that they go straight into the problems or the complaints or the things they're not happy about or the things that aren't working, because our mind is always looking for problems to solve. And I get it. But when it comes to relationship, it is not logic that rules, it is emotion. So you need to get into your heart. You need to really work on connecting with your partner before you go into solving the problem. So I really encourage couples to reflect with their partner on the positive experiences they've had that day or that week or that month, whenever you're doing this check-in. What positive experiences have you shared together? What strengthened your connection? How, is there a positive way that you've shown up for each other? Can you acknowledge that in this moment? Can you appreciate them? Share some praise, appreciation, acknowledge them. Focus on what is working right now in the relationship. The intention here is to be appreciating each other, creating a culture of appreciation, which is really important in your relationship, and celebrating each other. We want to really be strengthening your connection, and there is nothing motivating or connecting about criticism. So please start with praise, appreciation, celebration, and love. It's going to really help the communication to flow. The third step is there anything on your mind that isn't working that you haven't shared with me? Now, you can word these questions in whatever way you like. Please make them your own, but I just have really tried to make them really clear to help you understand the purpose of the question and the invitation of the question. So the whole point of allowing your partner to share something that they maybe haven't shared is to, again, create that safe space that all of them is welcome and that you're able to hold that space for them, that you're not going to judge them or shame them or criticize them. You're going to welcome all of them into the space, and that you can listen and you can hear what is coming up for them. If there is something that isn't working for them right now, or if there is a challenge or something they're struggling with, you are all ears and you're ready to listen and really open up to what they share with you. It's really, really important that you both feel safe and comfortable to openly share with each other. And it's really about being honest with each other. That's what this question is about. It's about being really radically honest and real with each other, because a lot of couples are living on the surface. They're having surface level conversations. They're not even bringing their whole self to the relationship. They're just bringing versions of themselves. And I understand why and where this comes from, but it's the thing that's preventing you from having a deep connection and allowing conversation to flow. You both need to feel safe and free to be yourself for the conversation to flow and to really allow that connection to deepen. So it's really important that you do that. With this question as well, if there is some things that aren't working, this is the time to bring it up. Once you've already connected, this is your opportunity to share that, this is what's going on at the moment with work, and I'm really struggling with this at home, or something like that. It's just really important that you take responsibility for whatever you're struggling with. So share it from a place of, I am struggling with this. Make sure you're using words like I, me, and my, and bring awareness to this, because so many couples speak and they will say things like we, you, everyone, us. That's a way that you are deflecting, taking responsibility for your experience and what's going on for you. It's so important to bring awareness to your words, because they create your reality. And this is not about blame. It's not about fault. What it is about is learning how to respond and have the ability to respond. And like I've shared in past podcast episodes, it's really important that we take responsibility so that we can actually respond. So just bring awareness to how you're speaking. That's an extra bonus that I just wanted to share. The fourth step is what is important to you this week, and how can I support you? What do you need is essentially the question. So this is a really good one to ask maybe on a Sunday to set yourself up for the week. Me and my husband always do a Sunday coffee check-in to prepare us for the next week. And this is where we share basically what's happening for us this week, what's important, what's hard, what we need more support with. And again, it's just about sharing and exploring your personal goals and your shared goals together. It's about kind of understanding each of your worlds whilst also getting clear on what's happening in your world, and inviting your partner into that so they can see what's important to you. And then they can also support you. So many couples assume that their partner should know what's going on that week for them. Maybe you have shared calendars, and that's great, but they may still not understand what that appointment means to you and what support you need for that. So it's really important that we communicate what's happening that week, why it's important, and what we need support with. And it's a really powerful way to align your vision and your goal, and to feel like you're on the same page and you're working as a team. Like it's a really simple way for you to feel more connected and like you're working together. And a really powerful way to actually get clear on what you need to feel more supported, and how your partner can meet those needs. And if they can't meet those needs for you that week, how you can get them met in other ways. So a really powerful question. And again, you both get the opportunity to share and answer the question. And again, it's really important that you both listen to each other. Now, the step where we actually take the action is the final step. So that's step 5. And this is where we need to ask ourselves and ask each other, what actions do we need to take after this check-in? So is there something that you need to schedule? Is there something that you need to adjust in your priorities? Do you need to get more support? Do you need to get clearer on, some actionable, tangible steps or things that you may need to do so that you can create a solution for anything that's come up during that chat? It's really important that after we've expressed how we felt, got clear on what we need, that we do focus on the solution to move forward. And that we actually take an action there. So we decide who's going to book the thing in, or who's going to take the kids this week, or, who's going to manage booking in those appointments, or whatever it is. I know for me and my husband, after some of these coffee check-ins, we'll go into our notes. We have a shared note on our phones that is literally called like family admin, I think it is, or parent load. You could call it either of those. There's a lot of admin. Any mums and dads listening know that there's a lot of admin and just extra stuff that comes with being a parent, a mum, or a father. So we have a note that we have shared access to. You can invite each other into it. And anything that comes up in that check-in that one of us needs to book or do, we will put on that note list, and with the little tick boxes, you can add them there, and we'll assign different things to each other so that we can both physically see that mental load and that parent load. We're both acknowledging it, and then we can decide on who's going to do what. And it really helps us both to be clear on what we're both holding, because often we don't know what the other person is holding, but it also helps us to know who's going to take the action on it. And then we just trust each other to do the things that we said we were going to do. Now, sometimes things happen and we forget things or we miss things. And then it's just important that we take responsibility, like we talked about, and we apologize, we make it right. We own our mistake, and then we do better next time, because all of us are human beings. None of us are perfect, and Adam and I are definitely not perfect. But the point is that you're doing your best, and you're acknowledging when you do make a mistake, and then you're repairing. That is the really important piece. So that's the 5 questions. I would love for you to dive into these questions, make them your own. Give the 5-minute coffee check-in a go, and not just once. Like, Adam and I do it every day because we love it so much. Our coffee tastes so much better when we're connecting, and we often do it outside, and when the kids are happy getting ready in the morning, it's a really nice way to start the day. But you could also do it once a week, like I said, on a Sunday. I would definitely recommend doing it at least at a minimum twice a month, because so much happens in a month, especially if you have kids and things like that. And it's a really good way, if you are really time poor on the weekend, to be able to connect with each other and know what's important to each other, really understand each other's worlds so that you stay connected. It's really, really powerful, but really simple and really effective. So please give this a go. Let me know how you go. As I said, if you want a physical copy of it to follow along, just go and follow me on Instagram, Aston_Simmons. Send me a DM, Coffee Check-In. I will know what you're talking about, and I will send you this exact script that I've been sharing with you today, and you can keep it, you can make it your own, and I would love to hear from you and how it is working for you. If you have loved this episode, please share it with a couple that needs to deepen their communication or connection. And if you would like to know more about how you can work with me in 2024, I cannot believe I'm saying that. It's unbelievable that we are coming towards the end of the year again. But if you would like to know how you can work with me in 2024, there are some links below. But what is going to be happening in 2024, we have a really exciting new offering, which is an in-person retreat. It's Recreate Your Relationship Retreat. It's in February, and it's in Perth, Western Australia. And we are actually going to be having a 1-day retreat. In 5 hours, we are going to physically show you through practices, workshops, and some really powerful modalities like breathwork and ice baths and meditation, how to get you reconnecting and communicating on a deeper level in your relationship. It is going to be absolutely game-changing for your relationship. Like, if you love the podcast, if you've done some of our courses, you know that we bring a lot of value and a lot of things that work. Like, we are really focused on real life practices that work. We've used them, so that's what we're sharing with you, and we know they work. We share them with our clients, and that's exactly what we're bringing to this retreat. I've literally got goosebumps. I'm so excited. Tickets are selling right now. I will put the link below so you can grab a ticket. And we have, at the moment, it's just crazy. This retreat is 78% off. Because it's our first retreat, we wanted to make it really easy for a lot of people to come along and experience it. So it's a massive discount. It's actually ridiculous. And we would love to see you there, and we'd love to invite you into the experience. So check out the link below. And if you are in another state or overseas, I have a lot of listeners all over the world. Please know that you can also do a version of the Recreate Your Relationship Retreat online. We have a 4-week online version of exactly what we're going to take the couples through. live at the retreat. So click the link below and you can get access to Recreate Your Relationship, the online 4-week program. It only requires 1 hour a week. It is so powerful. We have so many amazing testimonials from couples who have literally turned their relationship around from breaking point to doing a complete 360, and they're reconnecting, they're dating again, they're communicating, they're understanding each other. So powerful. So click the links below to check those out, and I will see you in another episode. I think I've got a couple more episodes coming out before the end of the year, and then I will be having a little break. So thank you so much for being here as usual. Please rate and review, please share with a friend, and thank you so much for your support this year. I've really appreciated every single one of you listening to the podcast, sharing it, leaving a rating or a review. It means so much to me, and I'm really, really grateful. So thank you for allowing me to be in your ears for another year. It's been an honor, and I will see you in the next episode.